Hey guys, I wanted to take a minute today to talk about something that's been on my mind. So I've been fortunate enough to be doing a lot of these one-on-one Zoom seminars where we discuss black and gray or color or painting or really whatever the client wants to talk about. And it's been going really well, and it's definitely something that's helped me since I'm not fully back to tattooing 100%. So everybody that's done it, first of all, thank you so much. It's been awesome to be able to work with you. I really appreciate it. But one of the things that I've noticed is kind of a theme across all of these is that a lot of artists are really unfamiliar with the incredible powerful impact of a stroke length on your tattoo machine. So if you're using, a 2.5 millimeter stroke length or a 5 millimeter stroke length, people just kind of order a machine. It seems like that somebody maybe recommended to them, and it's something that they just try out, and they don't really know the stroke length. And it really has some benefits. So I kind of just wanted to go over a couple of things with you real quick that have helped me a lot. So I may have this wrong, but I've always called the stroke length is how far your needles travel in and out on the cycle. You know, it's on a cam, and the stroke length is just how far it goes in and out. Some people I will hear call that a throw. To me, the throw has always just simply been how much you actually put your needle out of the cartridge. You know, like how much hang you have, basically. That doesn't change the stroke length, you know what I'm saying? So if you have a really small stroke length, like say 2.5 millimeters or even less, you can put your needles out to a certain degree, but if the stroke length isn't long enough, you're gonna get hung up in the skin as you try to move. So if you're ever tattooing and you kind of feel it snag, you know, your needles are out too far, your stroke length is too short for as far as you have your needles out. Sorry if I'm sounding confusing here. But I wanted to talk about the powerful impact of what you can do with stroke length. So from my own anecdotal experience, I have found that a shorter stroke length will give you, hi Bubbas, yeah, they all want to see you, huh? A shorter stroke length will give you a softer gradient. So it's really good for smooth black and gray or like really blending colors. But you'll find that, especially with a larger magnum, like say a 17 curve magnum, it's going to be smooth, but it's going to be kind of hard to pack that saturated color in, solid black, any kind of saturation, which could lead to problems because if you're trying to go over the area multiple times to get it saturated, you're going to likely end up chewing up the skin. So you want to kind of think about what you're doing and what tool you need for the job. So I have found personally that, say on my Inkjecta Flight Nano, if I use a 4 millimeter stroke length, if I just barely touch the skin, it's just gonna go in completely solid. And it's so nice and comforting because we grew up using pencils and pressure, you know, to just draw and use pressure to get different desired effects. When you have a longer stroke length like that, you actually are able to, just put it in right away. Now, if you want it to be a little lighter, you can just you can just touch the skin a little bit softer. And to a degree, you're gonna be able to control those dynamics as to where with a much shorter stroke, you're only going to be able to get like a nice soft gradient, which is awesome if that's what you're wanting to get, especially for black and gray. But just keep in mind, don't be afraid of switching it to a longer stroke length. You know, like a lot of these rotary machines come with different cams and they can be interchangeable. I know the Valhalla tattoo machine, which I've never used, but I've heard good things about it. You can just change the stroke length on the fly. I think it's from 2.5 all the way to 4.2, which is amazing. I am absolutely in love with my Inkjecta tattoo machine. You know, yes, they're sponsored by me. They're not paying me to say this or anything, but you know, you can just change the cam on them pretty quickly and get the stroke length that you desire. So if you feel like you're struggling with, say, pigment going into the skin correctly, and your clients are just getting kind of red and beat up, or your tattoos are healing and getting a little scabby, consider the stroke length. Find out if maybe it's something that's working against you. So remember, a shorter stroke length is going to give you a soft. The dots are going to be closer together, giving you a soft, smooth gradient, but is going to be a little bit harder on saturation. A longer stroke length, such as 4.2, 4, even 5. Now, if you're a beginner, be wary of this because a 5 millimeter stroke length can fuck somebody up super quick. So if you're not versed in tattooing just yet, you might want to dial it back a bit. A lot of machines will come with like a 3.5 millimeter stroke length because it's a good all-arounder, but jack of all trades, master of none kind of thing. So it's like, I don't want a machine that's going to put in black and gray pretty good, but it'll also do color pretty good. I'd rather have either a few machines, one with a short stroke length, one with a long stroke length, or one that's adjustable. So you guys might not care about this at all. It's just something that's been on my mind. It's helped me a lot. It seems like it's something that's really helped a lot of the people that I've taught seminars to on the one-on-one private seminars, which if you're interested in any of those, hit me up. I've got a few slots open for a private one-on-one seminar on color tattooing, black and gray tattooing, or painting. But yeah, other than that, let me know your thoughts on what your favorite stroke length is and how it's helped you. And hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks, guys.